So Nevena Dobreva is the chair of Foundation for Entrepreneurship, Culture and Education, a youth organization in Bulgaria founded in 2014. Nevena has a PhD in cultural studies and a 10-year experience in international youth projects. She will be speaking to us about the importance of creating a free and consistent space for youth organizations to cooperate and exchange experiences and best practices to achieve maximum benefit in the field of sustainable development. Thank you so much for being with us today, Nevena. You have the floor for 10 to 15 minutes, and I hope that you can stay with us till the very end to answer some questions from our online participants.
Of course, thank you for the invitation to participate in this side event as a panelist. The topic is quite important, and more or less it is in the scope of the work that we did at my foundation together with the colleagues. I'm very happy to speak about youth partnerships and international cooperation, because I believe that this is a cornerstone for the work of youth organization, and also this is very beneficial for our young beneficiaries, the young people. I would say maybe to start from retrospective with COVID-19, which is our point of reference. It was truly a very difficult time for the youth organizations, not only in the Mediterranean region, but across the whole Europe. You remember, because of the lockdowns, we couldn't deliver any training to have our regular activities. And even the online presence and online event were a good side. They couldn't actually replace our direct connection with young people. So this period was very difficult, and more or less after the end of COVID, we find a new situation that made all young people very vulnerable. Right now, the United Nations actually see young people as a vulnerable group as a whole, not only these youths in rural areas or facing some barriers, physical, cultural, or economical, but the whole group is very vulnerable to new challenges and new threats. As if you think of fake news, disinformation, the economic crisis around the globe. So it's quite difficult for them to transfer from education, formal education, schools and universities, to actual job positions, or even to start their own initiative, project, business, or whatever. So this is the place of youth organization, and this is where we can help them. More or less, young youth organization works in the field on non-formal learning. So they deliver training to young people, which is outside the formal educational systems, outside schools, universities. We focus more on soft skills of target professional skills, knowledge, and competencies that can contribute to young people in their future professional and personal life. So here comes international cooperation for building our capacities, but also to learn from each other. For instance, currently we are implementing one project on citizen journalism and media literacy together with Maat and other partners from Jordan, Tunisia, Albania, Italy, and Greece. And all the, besides the events and joint activities, we develop educational resources that are fully open, so they can be used by any youth organization or directly by young people if they decide to learn more on the topic or they need additional training. And these open educational resources are inspirational guide with best practices collected from the partner countries, training toolkit for youth workers so they can use it when delivering such training, and also an online course directly for young people. And the good thing is that we have the capacity to develop these materials in English, but to translate them in all partner languages, which really lower the barrier between our goal to encourage and to empower young people on these topics, and actually to reach this our target group when we put out the language barrier. This project is funded by the Erasmus Plus program, and the good thing is that the European Commission have a lot of initiatives and calls for project for capacity building, for international cooperation, exchange of best practices together in the whole Mediterranean region. So with partners from Egypt, Jordan, and any other country around Mediterranean. And this is a very good thing because we can somehow learn from each other the different realities, different practices that exist in our countries, and also to come up with new ideas, new educational resources, to build our capacity to deliver the training of young people that they need. And when you think about the sustainable development goals, we also always try to implement such activities with young people just to point these goals that are here on the map and as a guiding principle for their professional life. Because it's not only about help them in their professional career to be employed somewhere, but many really often young people possess these great unconventional ideas how they can change their environment, the way things happen around them. Doesn't matter whether this is about clean energy or preserving clean water or any of the dirty goals, but they need additional support when it comes to implementation. So this is the role of your organization to help them realize their ideas. And I see also when we speak about, for instance, youth entrepreneurship, that really often young people decide to start a business or non-formal organization, whatever, which are really green, really social, with this thought about our environment, about the quality, the well-being of our communities. So I believe that international cooperation is really crucial for our work as youth organizations, and it's something that we need to embrace and to use all the opportunities like this one today to speak with each other, to learn from each other, and to, I don't know, to create new ideas that we can implement in the near future, especially in this very, so to say, difficult situation when our countries, at least here in Bulgaria, we experience that we have continuous political crisis, but also economical, social crisis. And during that time, we really realized that our work is crucial, especially for the target group of young people, because they are most vulnerable during these times of transition that happens on international level. This is from me for now. I hope that later we can continue the discussion on that topic. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Nevena. So we have a question from Ahmed. He says, thank you so much for discussing such an interesting topic. And he has a question. In what ways can youth-led initiatives contribute to more innovative and effective approaches for achieving the SDGs?
Yes, as I said, that young people have a lot of ideas. They can be unconventional, they can be things that we cannot imagine, as they live really in, so to say, they're a different generation than us, and When we are designing new initiatives together with young people, we see that they can be really innovative, and I would say that they think about the environment and about the sustainable development goals, even if they do not really know them. But the way they think, it's quite different. They look for more green initiatives, initiatives that bring to well-being of their communities. So we always try to support them because we believe that an idea that is born today in 2023, within the next 7 years, it can contribute a lot. And even if this idea right now does not look very realistic, with good professional skills, let's say, or skills related to starting a company, management, communication, networking, can really bring a difference within several years. I'm saying this because even recently we're working on a project on youth entrepreneurship. So we explore and find a lot of good practices of young people who started their businesses after the beginning of COVID, after March 2020, or they bring a huge change to the existing business they have. And this was our first impression that most of these new businesses are digital. So a lot of them are in the digital space. They always have the idea of sustainable development, of environment protection within their mission and goals, and are oriented to the community and the inclusion of every member. So I'm very positive that any youth-led initiatives can really bring possible positive impact on the achievement of sustainable development goals. But of course, we cannot see this at the beginning. I mean that we're working with young people, and we really try to help them in this, but we cannot say now with these few yet initiatives we can bring changes in the results, or change the results within 7 years. And this is maybe the cornerstone. It is good to have more initiatives, more youth initiatives, even unsuccessful, but still to have few at the end that really contribute to our goals. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nevena.